Hello and welcome to Billy Ho Sports. We are headed to New Orleans for the Gun Runner Stakes worth $100,000. Fairgrounds Park Dirt going a mile and a 16th. We have 8 contenders to cover in a very competitive looking race. Some of them I've already profiled, so check out the 2024 Derby Trail playlist I have set up, and you can see more contenders like Nash and Risk It for the Biscuit. Additionally, be sure to stick around as I have some final thoughts on these juveniles, the 2-year-olds as they turn to 3-year-olds. So I think it will help you see more clearly on how to figure these horses out a little bit better. Nobody really can always figure them out, but maybe it'll give you a little bit of better idea of what to look for down the Derby Trail. And also, before we start, remember, please subscribe to the channel. Very much appreciated. Thumbs up, hit that like, leave me a comment, and set your notification bells for all the Derby content coming soon. And let's get started. Number 1 is Next Level. Morning line 20-1, sired by Vino Rosso, who has had quite a good 2-year-old crop so far. Finally secured his maiden victory just a month ago at Fairgrounds Park. It was a drop in class compared to the grade 1s that he had ran previously. He run in the Del Mar, Futurity, and Santa Anita at the American Pharoah. First one we want to look at is important. American Pharoah, I could forgive his poor finish there because he nearly fell to his knees coming out of the gate. And that's always kind of a traumatic thing for a horse, breaking out of the gate, almost falling down like that. And he never really had much of a chance in that race. So I went back to the previous race, the Del Mar Futurity. That one's 7 furlongs. He ran really well. He went up against the Baffert duo of Prince of Monaco and Miramati, who those two ran 1-2. But he made an inside-out move to secure the 3rd place finish in that race. He wasn't able to gain any ground on the 2 leaders. But I think those 2 horses that he ran up against, Prince of Monaco and Miramati, are on a little bit higher tier than what we're facing here today, although horses like Nash and Risk It are fairly close, I would say. So we got number 2, Catching Freedom, is the quote-unquote other Brad Cox entry. Morning line 5-1. Good-looking horse. Looking to bounce back. He had his own disappointing 4th place finish in an allowance optional claiming race that was worth $100,000. Going a mile and a 16th at Churchill Downs, though, he did face some trip trouble in the stretch. He got caught behind horses and was unable to advance. But once the path cleared out for him, he closed within a half length of 2nd place. So I think that you'll see some improvement on Catching Freedom. And number 3, a horse I was fairly high on, but did disappoint somewhat. Morning line 5-1. Grade 2 Jockey Club at Churchill Downs is what we're looking at. I previously highlighted this race before when I did my analysis of Risk It, because he really was unhappy. Rank is what they call it in this race. Mid-race, he's running up on the rivals. I pointed it out to you. He continued to struggle with jockey Tyler Gaffalione, but once he got calmed down, he rounded the stretch and managed to mount sort of a mild rally down the stretch, ultimately finishing 4th. He didn't just, toss in the towel, so to speak. He kept on going. So I have also expressed my admiration for his sire, Gun Runner, who obviously shares the race's namesake. Number 4, Neat. Morning line 12-1 is 2 for 3 to begin his young career. Back-to-back wins, consistently improving each outing. I think Neat will be aiming to upset the apple cart for trainer Rob Atris. Number 5, Footprint, is 20-1, long shot for trainer Kenny McPeak. Showed some good form in his second place finish, going a mile and 16th at Churchill Downs. In a somewhat slower pace, though, Footprint tracked along inside, slipped through on the rail, but he was unable to outrun the winner. And they came home in some pretty fast fractions, but don't be fooled by that because of the slower opening half mile. You always have a lot more gas in the tank when you got an extra second and a half or so going on. So, number 6, the big dog Nash is the Brad Cox favorite, 7-2 odds. High hopes for this one. The wire-to-wire romp is probably what everybody will be talking about. More than 10 lengths, earned a triple-digit Equibase speed rating. He's most definitely the one to beat. But that's what we try to do, is beat those favorites. So let's see what we got. Number 7, Sneed, trained by Brendan Walsh. Listed morning line odds 6-1. Recent performance at the fairgrounds covering a mile and a 16th. Claiming tag of 100K was particularly impressive, in my opinion. Jockey Jareth Loveberry skillfully rated the young colt and then unleashed him at the 3/4 pole. And then once he took over the race, cruised on home for an easy victory. And if you recall, Jareth Loveberry nearly piloted 2 fills to the Kentucky Derby victory last year, running second to Mage. He stands amongst the top 3 jockeys going on at fairgrounds. So keep that in mind as well. Now, number 8 is Track Phantom, 7-2 morning line, trained by Steve Asmussen. Impressive colt, sired by Quality Road. And we'll watch Track Phantom as he ghosts a field of 12 down the stretch at Churchill Downs, earning a very notable 97 Equibase speed rating in the process. And when I bring up the speed ratings, there's different ones: Beyer, Equibase, Brisnett's. Equibase is somewhat higher, a little bit higher than Beyer's. So I would say somewhere maybe in the neighborhood of a 93 Beyer, like that 104 that Nash ran got like a 97 Beyer. So just kind of keep that in mind, that there's different rating systems for a reason. So anyway, to wrap things up, this is my final thoughts. The optimal approach when handicapping these juvenile races with the Kentucky Derby in mind is pinpointing horses most likely to handle the distance, obviously, classic 1.25 for the Derby. And if you're watching this video, you already got a leg up, because what I noticed in a lot of videos is all they do is show you that stretch drive, and the horse is already in the lead winning the race. So it's not really showing you how he got there or what he did, or if he ran 7th, what happened to him. Stumbled at the gate. He got caught in between, bumped, in between horses, things of that nature. So we always focus on identifying horses showing signs of improvement, boasting solid speed figures like I just talked about, demonstrating good form against a classier competition, graded stakes versus listed stakes, higher money. And as we wrap up the discussion, just remember the unpredictable world of juvenile horses. Every race tells a unique story, whether it's forgiving a stumble at the gate or applauding a dormant blowout. The road to Kentucky Derby is going to be an exciting one, and I'm glad you're here with me taking the trip. So until next time, thank you for watching, and we will see you soon.